demand every day on iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you?
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Ahoy! Hi. Episode number 774 of the Mike O'Mara Show.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's Buzz and it's Oscar and it's Rob, and we have to get right to this. This is a get. You know, we like to talk about the gets.
We've done it again?
We've done it again. We've got I think a Skype connection over to the Vatican. And we're going to be speaking to the Archbishop of Boston. It's Cardinal Sean Patrick O'Malley. Cardinal,
of course it is.
Are you there? Cardinal?
I like the chicken salad.
Cardinal?
With just a little bit of fruit.
Got to connect.
Cardinal.
Cardinal. Oh, hello?
Yes, it's the Mike O'Mara Show.
I'm just, could you lower your voice, please?
Well, no, we're doing a show.
I'm
your
just
radio show.
outside of the basilica, so
The what?
You have to, the basilica.
Oh, okay.
I'm just finishing my dinner order. We're going to have just 1 minute.
Because it's later
please.
there.
I'm
I think
speaking-
it's just after 5.
second.
I'm speaking to one of my assistants.
Oh, how many do you have?
Many.
Okay, well, we'll let you go for a moment.
I have minions.
Oh.
I like a chicken salad with just a little fruit.
must
on
be
the
really
side.
hungry.
He said I'd
Just
like
outside of the basilica.
could I get
But we're doing a radio interview.
Guess they're going to pick up Hope
Gatorade.
Thursday.
Gatorade and some crackers.
That doesn't sound holy.
Okay, we're here.
Hey, what if he brought you...
Oh, so how are you boys?
What if your
Who
minion...
will I be speaking to today?
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
And it's evening here in Rome.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
later.
good evening,
Yes, it's
sir.
later. Afternoon, actually.
If your minion brought you water, could you turn it into Gatorade?
Oh, that's fair. Now you're. I know this is one of those comedy radio
Sacrilegious.
shows.
Allegedly.
It's one of those comedy radio shows that you do back there.
That's
but
right.
I'm Cardinal Sean Patrick O'Malley.
Sure you
I'm here at the Papal Conclave, and we're just about to get down
And you're
to
from
business.
you're from Boston.
We're just about to get down to business.
You're from Boston, aren't you?
Interesting accent.
Hello.
This is your first conclave, I imagine. This doesn't always happen in people's
It's
lifetimes.
very exciting.
I was curious about the amenities.
So the amenities we've got. It's really what I would describe as the greatest hotel in the world.
Really?
It's
Well, how
the
come?
greatest hotel in the
Really?
world. We've got every amenity.
Like what?
Every amenity that you could possibly have.
Do you have a workout room?
We have to work
Sure, of
What's
course.
the
that we share.
What's the
that
dress?
the Cardinals share together.
I'm not surprised.
As one.
What's the dress
joined
code?
in the Catholicism? What?
What's the dress code at the health club?
We can, after we're out of the basilica, and
The
what?
when we're not in our formal, we're not partaking of our formal duties, we can wear whatever we want.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
prefer lengthy basketball shorts, nylon basketball shorts
Interesting.
with a tank top. That
Do you
seems
have
to be-
anything written on the tank top?
Yeah, well, it's not written.
A shamrock?
It's just, no, they're the colors. They're red. The red nylon Cardinal shorts,
Red-
and then a white tank top.
What's the fabric again?
The nylon?
No, nylon. Yeah,
Yes.
nylon.
So that's what I like to hang out. I mean, when I'm working out, and then of course when it's time for sleepy time, I wear my cardinal outfit for. It's a special robe that we are supposed to sleep in.
Insulated.
That brings us closer to G.
What
nice nightwear.
we call it your uni.
It's not a unitard.
No, it's a
It's
uniform.
not a unitard,
It's a
and I
uniform.
don't like that kind of slander.
It's not a
He's
slander.
just trying to understand.
But we're here now.
I think
and
we all are.
It's quite exciting. Yes, we're here for
It's quite what?
It's quite exciting.
Forgive me, you're dropping out occasionally. So if I
We're
ask you
here
to
for the
repeat.
papal. Hold on just a second.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
He's
very
being
much.
interrupted
Thank
by
you.
someone.
Hold on just a second. I'm going to have a sip of me evening tea.
Tea.
A little tea.
Yeah.
Gatorade
Before
and
the
tea.
Gatorade. Got to stay hydrated if you're picking
that's
up
true.
Pope.
Sure. Well, you got 2 votes in the morning and 2 at night.
That's my favorite flavor of tea.
What flavor?
Jasmine.
Oh, very nice. Very aromatic.
Isn't that also
out
your
the
favorite
toxins.
song by Carole King?
I love jasmine. Oh, I love Carole King. I feel the earth move under my feet.
But
I
you-
feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. I feel it. What?
You know,
Very
she's
nice,
not
Cardinal.
she's not one of yours.
No, I believe she's a Jew.
Yeah. And how
Isn't
does
that right?
How does that make you feel?
It's okay. I'll give her a free pass.
So kind of you.
Oh, I love Carole King. I love Joni Mitchell. I love Liza Minnelli.
Really, it's her birthday
I
today.
love
It's
I-
Liza's
and I-
birthday.
but most of the time, I just enjoy listening to the soundtrack of The Sound of Music.
Do you like that?
Because that was about a nun.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
so
was.
she was a nun.
Well, she was
Maria. How do you solve a girl like Maria?
Yeah, but you know what?
Exactly.
She's a fallen nun because she boned Christopher Plummer in the movie.
That's not appropriate language.
Well, she did.
I'm an archbishop and a cardinal, for God's sake.
You don't have urges?
Mind your tongue, young man.
Are you saying you don't have urges?
I thought this interview was about the selection process for the next pope.
You're right. Let's get back on track.
The selection process for the next pope.
Let's get back to the You're over there at the enclave.
It's the conclave.
How's that?
It's the conclave.
He never gets that right.
Yeah, bastard.
Hey, now who's...
Those are fighting words.
Oh,
I'm going to go from a cardinal to a fighting leprechaun.
be careful, Cardinal Sean Patrick O'Malley.
What are you doing?
Getting his Irish up.
St. Patrick's
Cardinal.
Day this week. Yes, hello.
I have a serious question.
Yeah,
Buenos.
for God's sake.
Buenos noches.
There are buenos noches. or buenos dias.
He's
here.
got a beautiful laugh.
Buenos dias.
You have such a bewitching laugh.
There are two groups that are in the lead right now. Well, I guess
Yes.
there are two groups that have found a common ground.
Common
You've
ground
got-
is important in a papal country.
You've got the
Certainly is.
progressive cardinals
Yes.
who
Right.
believe in reforming the church. And
I like to call them the blasphemers.
And
Oh,
you've
really?
got
Oh,
the
really?
conservative cardinals who
Yes.
believe in maintaining the status quo of what the
True
church
to
is
their
today.
word.
Yes.
True to the word of Jesus. That's the way I look at it. And the conservatives, you can use, it's all a game of semantics.
Of what?
Semantics.
Okay.
You can use conservative
I have that on my computer.
or progressive. I like to think that the conservatives are true to the word of God.
Okay.
That's the way I look at it.
All
So
right.
I'll be looking for, much like the lovely Benedict, a man who I loved, a great dresser
Yes,
who wore
really.
beautiful shoes.
Boy,
Red-
you
red
seem to
shoes,
really
yes.
talk about clothes a lot.
Well, clothes are important. Clothes make the cardinal.
Are you wearing a hat right now?
I'm wearing a yarmulke.
Real? Oh, the little beanie.
That's right.
It's
What's it
really
called?
not a yarmulke.
What do they call it?
A skull cap, I
It's an
think.
Arizona Cardinals cap.
skull-
I just messed up the bit. Let's just compromise and call it a beanie.
So since you're
Yes.
citing,
Hello.
let's call it that. Since
You
you're-
buzz.
since you're
I'm
saying
over here.
You who to you too.
You
Cardinal.
buzzy. How are you?
Put that leg down,
Yes,
sir.
yes, go
so,
ahead.
yeah, since you side with the conservative cardinals, I take
Yes.
it you're against ending celibacy for priests.
Of course.
Yes.
Right.
There's no need to end celibacy. That's part of
Really?
our arrangement with our Maker. There's no need for all of this sordid
And-
discussions of sexual activity.
Now,
Keeps you
you're-
pure?
You're
It's
just,
impure. And don't think impure thoughts. I don't.
you're
I'm
ju-
thinking one right
Well,
now.
that's what I wanted to
The
ask you
only
about.
impure thought I'm having right now
Yes.
is what my plate of chicken salad's going to look like when it arrives. I've got
Yummy.
I've got a special relationship with my chicken
Well,
salad.
that's nothing
Like
impure.
how?
That's-
I thought you were going to ask me questions on how we pick.
Okay, I do. I want to ask you, and they say if you pick it, it will get infected.
What we do, all the cardinals go to the papal bath.
All the Cardinals?
Oh,
All
the
the
bath.
cardinals,
Will
yes.
Stan Musial be there?
This, no, but Henry Gibson. No, not Henry Gibson. Bob Gibson.
Bob Gibson.
Not Henry Gibson. You're confusing me, young
was on,
man.
He's on laughing.
Ozzie Smith?
Like most, no, not Ozzie Smith. I'm elderly. I'm elderly,
How
and I'm
old
going
are
to
you?
be confused.
How old are you?
I'm 83.
How old?
83.
Okay, so when you
I
get
think. I
when
might
you,
be lying.
when you get together for the
There's
enclave,
going to be some hump on Facebook that's going to say, Cardinal Sean Patrick O'Malley's not really 83. And then
Well,
I'll say,
it's-
well, reach under my garments.
oh, don't you see? That's an
now
impure.
How do you like that, then?
That's an impure
That's-
thought.
Re-
Reach
is
under my
impure.
garments if you don't think I'm 83.
So you get to the basilica for the enclave, and then is that when the voting starts?
Conclave.
Oh,
Yes.
conclave. And how's the campaigning going? Are you up for it?
We do those, the name escapes me right now, but it's a game. And we
Oh,
get
game.
the conservatives on one side.
Yes.
And the progressives on the other side.
Right.
And we play that game.
What is it?
What's it called?
That game is escaping me right now. I'm trying to figure it out. It's you throw a bag up in the air and there's a wooden disc it's a wooden hole at the end and you throw it up and it lands. What's the name of the game? It's you throw the bag and you try to get it into a little circle.
I can't
And then it
imagine.
goes down. They're bean bags that
Yes.
you throw and you go. They play them at football games
Oh,
all the
yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Does
yeah, yeah.
anyone
What's it-
know the name? Somebody give me the name.
Bags.
No, that's called cornhole.
That's it.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show. www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Get down to business. From the entertainment capital of the world.
Hello?
Cameron, babe, what's happening?
Very little.
How do you feel?
Shredded.
I'm taking the day off. Now get dressed and come on over.
You can't, stupid. I'm sick.
That's all in your head. Come on over.
I feel like complete Ferris. I can't go anywhere.
I'm sorry to hear that. Now come on over here and pick me up.
I'm dying.
You're not dying. You just can't think of anything good to do. If anybody needs a day off, it's Cameron. He has a lot of things to sort out before he graduates. Can't be wound up this tight and go to college. His roommate will kill him.
When Cameron was in Egypt's land, let my Cameron go.
Pardon my French, but Cameron is so tight that if you stuck a lump of coal up his in 2 weeks, you'd have a diamond.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Buzz Burbank, Rob Speedwack, Oscar Santana. And now, from his couch, here's Mike.
And the neat thing with Matthew Broderick, he sounds exactly the same, and he's now 73.
He is very old.
Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. We are live from the Cappy Pfeiffer Studios. We are downloaded worldwide 17.5 million times and powered by Encore Insurance. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com, 102.9 FM WTNT in Washington, D.C., and the mighty 1630 KCJJ in Iowa. Today is Tuesday, March 12, 2013, and we are brought to you by Vistaprint.com.
Yes.
Business owners, you know the importance of networking. They know professional cards are essential. Now, thanks to Vistaprint, you can get 250 top-quality business cards for just $10. Millions of business owners use Vistaprint because it's affordable, it's easy. They've got quality custom business cards online. Choose from thousands of designs. That's what I did. Or use your own and upload it. It's
I get
very
a compliment every time I hand out a card because on my card, all my information is printed on my forehead.
And I had a hell of an upload this morning. Heavy paper stock.
Oh, my. Sometimes twice.
At half the regular price. To get this offer plus free shipping, go to Vistaprint.com and enter the code TMOS in the search bar. Satisfaction is guaranteed. Wow. 250 top-quality cards with free shipping for just $10. Go to Vistaprint.com and enter the code TMOS in the last break, in the search bar. Sorry, I was thinking about the last break. Because when we start the show, you have one break on WTNT, and then we play commercials, and then we actually start the show. Mm-hmm. And in that opening segment, which everybody heard, especially if you downloaded the show,
I hope so.
We were all going for who gets the punchline, and sometimes when you don't rehearse and you don't go to dress rehearsal, it gets a little confusing.
What's so great about it, you are such a giving performer.
Yes.
That you gave us the punchline, and we assumed you'd want it for yourself.
That's right. That's why we held off.
In many ways, Mike, you're like Steve Allen.
I play it out in my mind.
You're a generous performer.
I play it out in my mind, and I'm thinking, somebody in the room yells, cornhole, and then the Cardinal goes, that's it!
Yeah, you see, you're right.
And then we go into it, and
perfect.
It worked out fine.
It did.
I'm very happy about it.
Because cornhole isn't just a game.
So my question to start the show, for all of you boys, have you gotten back to normalcy yet? It's a horrible day here in Washington, D.C. It's pouring rain outside.
Monsoon-type weather.
Everybody's a little discombobulated. I still have not recovered from springing forward.
Yeah, that's true. And
but
the rain didn't help.
I got a fabulous night's sleep. Good. Oscar did not. No. Oscar was running late today because he overslept. He never oversleeps. He's late all the time, but he never oversleeps.
Yeah. Well, it's just a new excuse.
And the thing is, but
it's
I'm
just, excuse.
I was talking to my wife this morning, and she's still logy, and then we get the low pressure system around here.
Are you going to give me any crap for the phone call I gave you this morning?
Rob gave me a phone call.
I never call Mike. He probably thought there was a death in the family.
No, when you called and said, I'm giving you the ultimate lazy man's phone call, I think you were responding to the criticism yesterday, and it had nothing to do. You were just saying
I've been
you wanted to run into the house and not get soaking wet. That's not lazy.
So I called ahead and I said, Mike, make sure the front door is unlocked. Because as you know, we broadcast from Mike's house. And he said, not only is that not lazy, I've already done it. And I said, that's flippin' fantastic.
Because Rob didn't want to get wet, and he just wanted that door to be open. So he did. But the thing that you forgot is that
there's a porch.
I've got a covered porch.
That's true.
So you could have lingered. You could have lingered longer.
And then the ultimate in stupidity, I really wish this had been on videotape. I walked up to the door that is ajar, and I opened the storm door, and the suction pulls the door shut and locks me out.
And locked it anyway.
No. So I rang the doorbell, and Mike comes from the kitchen holding the globes. His hands up like this. Like, what are you doing? I unlocked it.
I heard the doorbell ring, and I said, hey.
But luckily, Matt Blum was here, and he let me in already.
Pony Boy is with us today, Matt Blum, and doing a fantastic job. How are you, Matt Blum?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
Yeah, that's the way everybody feels.
And he didn't even take a trip.
Well, you know what? He didn't get wet because he went in between the raindrops.
Do you feel, is it me?
Scurried through.
I got a fabulous night's sleep last night. I'm still Logie.
I feel it. And, I had another issue this morning, too. Guess who doesn't like to go outside in the rain?
Oh, that's the dog.
And he will not pee. He will not pee.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, to a point where I shut the door and stood out there with him, and we go out under the deck, so it's not like pouring rain, it's like dripping, and he looked at me, and he just turned right away and stood at the door, wouldn't even look at me.
So what are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to...
You got to beat him.
So he's going to pee in the house?
Carrie's home till 11. She's going to try one more time, and then we'll
Has he
crate him.
peed in the house yet today?
Overnight he did once, yeah.
See, that's your problem.
But he's down to one time
Is
a day.
he crated overnight?
He's not crated overnight, but we're going to start looking into it.
Yeah, you got to crate him overnight.
Honeymoon's over.
Listen to me. Listen to me. It's been like 16 years my dogs have been pooping in this studio.
Yeah, it's Mike O'Mara's fecal safari.
I mean, really. There's nothing I can do with
today?
Frankie. I mean, has it been better?
Absolutely.
I mean, as far as Frankie is concerned. But they are just, unfortunately, dogs and potty training is repetition.
And also, I've got
deprivation, torture.
I've got an advantage over you. I've got a more trainable breed than you do.
Right.
And so, obviously, I've got at least that to hope for, but it is
Trainable's
tough.
a funny word.
It is trainable. You remember, that's what they used to call the challenge.
Challenge people.
But it's very encouraging.
Trainable.
They are trainable.
You should think about crating him. I know it's tough and it's heartbreaking.
We'll try it. We'll try it tonight.
Yeah.
Because also the problem is if I get up in the middle of the night to pee, which I often do because I'm not as young as I used to be, he thinks it's go time.
Yeah.
Don't you think you're spoiling this dog, though?
Of course.
You're spoiling this dog with way too much attention. You've made this dog way too famous.
You're right.
It's a dog. That's all you do is see pictures of this dog on Facebook.
He craves the attention.
Every single day.
He's Linus the showbiz dog.
Yes, that's right. He craves the attention. He craves. This is Rob's quote on the way back. I believe I've gotten over 1,000 birthday greetings.
Yeah.
I don't get 1,000 birthday greetings.
Mike, you also don't tell people happy birthday. And it was 1,500.
He counted them. He had the exact number.
That's right, he did.
I've never seen such an egomaniac work his way through a day.
Facebook counselor.
Who counted it was the email, because I saw you have like 1473 in your inbox.
Okay, I see that.
Hey, Rob, give me this one for his
Yeah, okay, this will be good. Get ready.
Egomania, you win.
It's very rewarding.
You counted them like down to the individual.
Didn't have to count them. It was kept.
You have no relationship with the majority of those people. You have none.
I have a very almost biblical
You have a biblical relationship with
them.
Tab and Trip and Zip and
You know what? As a matter of fact, if you don't wish me happy birthday, you're getting unfriended. So
I
get
realize
on it.
Wow.
I owe you. I frankly, because I want one when it's my birthday.
Yeah.
I still owe you a birthday present.
Yeah, I do as well.
No, you did the donuts.
No, the donuts are not a birthday
That was
present.
my birthday miracle.
No, if I see you're good with that, I'm not good with that.
No,
I
owe a present as well.
I want the mother load. Buzz got you a gift certificate
and
to
a very, very generous
Hey, why
one.
don't we go in together and get in something real nice?
That might be a thought, right?
We do
that. Might be a thought.
Like you guys did that for me, which I appreciated very much.
That's a neat idea.
And you can get in on it too, Matt.
Hey, welcome. Welcome, non-paid person.
It's like a party.
Don't
you want to
pay.
be part of the in crowd?
We do pay Matt Blum. We do pay Matt Blum
Yes.
on occasion.
Compliments.
When the money comes in, we pay
Favors.
Matt Blum. It'll be coming in soon.
That's right.
Everything's going to be
Did
just
I miss
fine.
the memo?
Everything's going to be just fine. No,
There was no memo.
No.
This is totally selfish. You'll respect this, Rob. I'm being totally selfish
And
here.
I understand. Yes,
I will
do.
pay. I will get you a birthday present because I want to get one on June 22nd.
That's true, and that's coming up,
June
isn't it?
22nd.
Is it mine the soonest after
I
yours?
would like one
I
on
think you're
March
next.
30th.
Depends on who we count.
March
who we count.
30th. I'm next. You
No,
jerks.
before.
Oh, you're next?
Yes.
RJ is Thursday.
March 30th. So
RJ
Oscar's a big one. That's a big one. coming
RJ
up.
is Thursday.
But he doesn't get a birthday present. Oscar doesn't get one because he's going to China.
That's true.
Wasn't
I'm jealous.
Florida his present?
I think
For
it
RJ?
was.
Yes.
I remember paying for a lot of tabs for RJ.
Yeah, and
that's my big
Happy
present.
birthday, RJ.
Yeah, but wait a minute. You remember that time that he actually he offered to? Oh,
No.
that's right. He never did.
No, what about the time that he? No,
that's right.
What about the time that he said thank?
No, he didn't do that.
He was
Happy
helpful.
birthday,
he
old
was
friend.
kind. He was sweet.
Yeah.
Even yesterday, he was really cool.
Yeah.
So
He helped us out yesterday.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so
I can't be nice.
That's good. Not
You
about
can't
it.
be nice.
No, I can't do it. So what would you like? What is something you could use?
Yeah, what
is
do you
something
crave?
need?
What do you yearn for?
This is.
I got a lot of time to kill now that we're back home. What am I going to do during the day? I'll go shopping for you.
Well, everything should be bought on Amazon.
That's true.
Through
I'll
the
do it from
website.
home. I'll do it from home.
You know what I'd like? Find me some albums, some vinyl.
Oh, that blows.
Why does that blow? He likes that.
You'll do that? Okay, I'm in.
Kiss my ass.
All right, you go halvesies with me on
Yes.
that? Halvesies.
Halvesies. Speaking of taking and giving, I need the juicer back.
You need the juicer
Oh
back?
no! It has come to this.
Go get it.
You don't use it
It's
anymore?
yours. Take it. Take it.
Now, had you stopped using it?
Wonderful. No,
I just
wonderful
got another
product.
birthday present.
Wonderful product.
June 22nd.
Wonderful product.
June 22nd?
Yeah.
Would you be interested in a juicer then? No.
No.
So
That experiment's over.
You're over the juicer. Did you
Sure
stop
as hell
using
am.
it before the trip, or did the trip kill it?
Oh no!
Before
as
the
long
trip.
as it's
I'm
dead.
not one to really bring up ancient history.
Seriously,
but
if you
there
were-
was talk of bringing the juicer to Florida,
This is true.
and you didn't remember that, or your deionized water.
No, not a, well, no. The distilled water is very important to me, and I'm still with that.
Yeah, but you didn't
my
bring
little
it.
breathing apparatus,
But
my
you didn't bring
CPAP.
it down, and you didn't bring it back.
Breathing machine.
No, because it was in the house, and Buzz threw it away when we were leaving. He didn't. He made the determination not to bring my distilled
and
water.
I made this sound.
So-
Mwah.
Yeah, but you saw it.
I did see
and
it.
you threw it away.
I set it next to the trash can as I was the last person out the door at the house.
Because I forget it. It's something I'm not used to
When
doing.
I came in, when we departed a week ago Friday, and I saw a gallon of water by the front door, I said, "God, Mike is really focused on being hydrated, but like a redneck."
It is
I
so-
thought you were traveling with a gallon of water.
I thought he was ironing.
I have to put the little distilled water in my machine, my breathing machine.
CPAP breathing machine.
The breathing machine, and if I did, there was one stop. I use that breathing machine everywhere I go.
Even in the car while you were driving. He has the cigarette lighter
Like
in
a
back
fighter
there.
pilot.
It really looked like he was in a TIE fighter.
So I use that all the time.
Can you change the station? Sorry, exit.
If I don't put the water in, I can use it.
But it's horribly chafing.
dries
The
out.
morning of the Krispy Kreme,
Yes.
the morning that we're in Florence, South Carolina,
The morning we almost killed Oscar.
I slept with it for 4 hours without any water.
Very
And so it's
drying.
the short period of time, and then the
But be honest, don't you think, in addition to helping you stay alive, which
Yes.
is really a great benefit of the
Yes, it
CPAP
is.
machine,
Pretty good,
yes.
yeah.
without it, he dies 3 times a night. Did you know
Right.
that?
I didn't know that.
Do you or do you not think that moisturizing CPAP breathing machine
Yes.
softened a couple hangovers on the trip?
100%.
Because it forces
sure.
water into your body.
Yeah, you hydrate. I
Yeah.
mean, you really do hydrate, and it's amazing to
And you
wake up
breathe.
and realize that you start out with say half an inch of water,
Right.
and you end up with none. I mean, that you're actually getting that much water into your system while you're sleeping.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal because what are we 94% water? Something
Because
like
if you
that?
look into it at the beginning of the night, you started with about 10 inches of vodka.
This is true.
And at the end of the night, there was none of it.
We are bags of water. And speaking of the way we're all logy, I'm wondering whether I'm still recovering from just that.
Possibly.
Because I don't party like that anymore. And I don't know whether I can handle it at 53.
You do, because we've seen it.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't do it
It's
like
the
that.
bounce back that hurts.
I don't do it on a regular basis.
Right.
I mean, I'll do it occasionally.
Yeah, to
but I mean,
practice.
like really occasionally now.
You
It's
should
not like I
imagine if
used
we
to.
shaved like 9 months off your life.
I think
this
so.
Past
But
week.
valuable.
so, yeah.
Valuable
Worth
months.
it,
Solid
though.
9 months.
Can you
Worth it.
imagine if we tried to do that, but we didn't have the rejuvenating factors of Florida? If we didn't have the sky blue
we
and
wouldn't
the
do that.
beautiful air, we'd be
Sunshine
dead.
It is a fact that people that are down there just do better.
I would think so.
The elderly, especially, there's a reason why they gravitate to it. It's not just
Well,
the
some
sun.
of them, Mike, not just some of the people we saw up and down Estero
Well,
Boulevard.
Let's talk about this. I talked about.
got a new milk crate for my bicycle. I'm going to go down to the Junkanoo and I'm going to have one drink
There's
and
a
then
lot
I'm
of that.
coming home. By
There-
the way, my skin looks like a Slim Jim.
There is the beach. We described the beach lifer. Did we talk about
Yeah,
this on
well,
the show?
we talked about it in the real-time recordings.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
and
But we
the-
can
not on
tease
the
it
show.
here, yeah.
The beach lifer, and incidentally, when we say the real-time recordings, we are going to. Hey, Pony Boy, can you get that?
don't
Because I
mind.
got the TV man coming out there.
Oh,
today.
TV man!
You mean
TV man coming out.
a transvestite?
Yeah, the transvestite
man.
man is coming out today.
TV man.
Just tell
Infant.
him to come ahead, whatever it is. If
Bring
we,
it.
we don't get it.
What's the
Maybe
matter with your
Troy-
TV?
Why do they always call now?
Because they know you're going to be home.
God, why do they always call now?
Before, just a quick aside before we
Mom.
get to the lifer, what's wrong with your TV?
Just one of the rooms I got to get rehooked.
Oh,
up.
okay, very
And
good.
I'm moving some stuff
The
around
nursery?
upstairs.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm moving the TV unit out of the nursery and into the new girl's bedroom.
What's the kid going to watch?
The kid? We don't need a TV. In
You
there.
do.
You do.
No,
you
you
don't.
don't.
Oh, of course you do. You do.
Baby Einstein. Makes him smart. Look
don't
at
know.
Julia. We gave up on Robert, but Julia, I
You had
credit
a
all that-
television in the nursery.
Yeah, for classical music.
Really?
We played a VCR
Well,
thing.
I'll
put
put
a
a
speaker
I'll put a
as well.
stereo in there.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that'll be fine.
High
So,
fidelity.
Can we get back to the beach,
Yes,
please?
the
can
lifer,
we?
Mike.
So the lifer.
Uh-oh.
Slow
Hold
down.
on. We've got a
Yes.
report on the
Just in.
phone.
What's going on? What?
Can he come in like 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
sure,
cool.
absolutely.
And you're going to have to
Handle it.
identify yourself, Matt. You're going to have to identify yourself as Mike O'Mara, owner of this house.
Actually, ask him if he can come in when are we going to be done with the show?
We'll be done in 55 minutes.
Oh shoot! All right, tell him he's got to come in an hour.
All right, perfect.
All right, 1 hour.
Fair enough.
How many times have I heard
Let me
that?
talk to him, Matt. Let me talk to him. I'm sorry.
We'll
I'm
give it-
being
Oscar,
irresponsible.
no.
Here we go.
Oscar hates this. But I'm sorry. I try to live my life, and I
know.
live
You know
here, and I've
what?
got to get this taken care of.
You're only
This
one
is-
man.
I know.
You're
I'm
only
only
one
one
You know why
man.
he does
All
this?
right.
Because he's a Manassas
All right,
lifer.
Hold on a second. Hello?
This is what happens when you
Yeah, can you come in 1 hour? Is
But
that
his
possible?
Skin is beautiful.
1 hour.
Well, he moisturizes.
All right, so we'll see you in 1 hour from now. Thank you. Bye-bye.
To wear something sexy.
Thank you, Pony Boy. He flies.
Yeah, he does.
He's quick.
is.
So getting back to the beach lifer.
The lifer.
We don't have time. We have to break.
Oh, you want to break?
When
we come back?
Yes, when we come back, we will discuss the beach and everything I'm supposed to get to on the show, including, let me list these things for you today. Oscar's food poisoning. We didn't discuss that
gotta do
yesterday.
it.
Was that our waitress at the baseball game? Talk about a great piece of video that's out there. Something in hockey I want banned. Pope Mania, a great new TV show, and is this the worst time of year for the movies? We'll take a break, come right back on the Mike O'Mara Show.
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you one way or another.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Wait, not Rob.
Yes, you know what's so great? Not only do I look beautiful,
Yes.
but it has actually helped my relationship with my wife, not
so?
based on sex. Do
Of
you
course
know-
not. How could that possibly happen?
No,
Yeah,
because it's already
not
been
a
my
factor.
birthday, so we're done till the anniversary. I've stopped snoring.
Oh, wow.
Do you know
Hey.
that? And I used to be a serial snorer to the point where often I'd wake up and Carrie would be gone, and I'd be delighted till I realized she just changed bedrooms. She hadn't
Yeah.
left the house. But she would go and she'd sleep on the couch or the guest room when we had a guest room because
Right.
I was a horrible snorer. And that is one of the curses of being overweight. You take off 15, 20, I lost 100 pounds. Snoring has stopped. Carrie happier. Life better. Thank you, Wait Not.
Call 855-WAIT-NOT. That's 855-934-4486 or visit waitnot.com. Wait Not, show us what you're made of. On
Right
the
on.
program today, didn't get to this, but we will talk about getting back to the beach. We'll cover Oscar's food poisoning as well. The waitress at the baseball game, did you guys see this videotape?
Yeah, I actually,
haven't.
Mike, I have tape of it if you'd like to hear it.
Okay,
good,
I'll
Rob.
set
It was
it
a
up for you.
Rays Phillies preseason.
It's a preseason game, Rays, Phillies, and one of the things I noticed about the Red Sox spring training games, I didn't see any ball boys. There wasn't anybody up the line. It's
You know
like
what?
they
I
don't
noticed
have
that as
them.
well.
I really
Yeah,
that's
because usually
unusual.
you have especially it could be the players' kids,
Yeah,
family members that are
absolutely.
ball boys, yeah.
Interns.
and you didn't see this. So it's either the Phillies or the Rays spring training home. I don't know
Right.
who
I don't
does
know
it.
either, but they brought
Hooters
out some ass.
our good friends Hooters
Yes.
are the sponsors, which to me that's a win-win.
Oh,
That seems to me,
absolutely.
and you know what? For me, that seems like a Tampa thing more than a Philadelphia thing.
Probably.
Yeah.
And I am all for perhaps Hooters waitresses being the ball girls in every ballpark, both spring training and regular
the
It
season.
was a
time.
huge promotion
Everywhere.
at the Tampa Stadium, Mike. It was called Bar B Night.
Nice.
And so, as a tribute to Barbie,
So my Barbie tabs.
the lovely young blonde
Boo.
with the super high shorts.
Yes.
I mean, I was seeing Butterclef.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
As you
I
should,
saw
Mike.
a lot of
Yes,
that. in
as
Florida.
they should all wear
Yes.
them like this.
Very nice.
However, the rules of the game, she's completely not well versed in.
No.
And there's one of those line drives. She had a quick glove. I'll give her credit.
Yeah.
A line drive that
Oh,
goes
her hand has moved that fast before.
in baseball when the ball goes over the bag. That is a fair ball, and of course you will see the umpire point to
Right.
the fair side of the line and not point to a foul ball.
Right.
But our young lady scoops it up.
Right.
Just not even thinking. Scoops it up and then does her little Marilyn Monroe ditzy walk
Right.
over to hand it to a fan.
Oh,
Because
no.
as soon as she gets the ball, and I'm painting the picture, you'll hear the
Yeah,
audio.
you hear the
from
audio
it,
in a
but
second.
I'm painting the picture because her little walk was, I got the ball, and now I get to do my ditzy walk.
TV
Yeah,
time.
I'm on television.
And then she realizes what had happened, and these are the classic baseball announcers.
She's
that
now
call
a
it.
fielder.
Well, that is a fair ball right over the bag, and the ball girl, she knocked it down. She has no idea that she's interfered with the play, but she's making a young fan very happy with that ball. Now she realizes it.
Credit to Matt Lauer, who said this morning, he said, well, perhaps she wasn't hired based on her knowledge of the game. she was
Play it again.
She was hot.
What's cool about this is the unflappable baseball play-by-play guy.
Right.
Just doesn't miss a beat.
Gives you the
love
facts.
you have other guys that want to go, oh no, oh dear, oh tragedy.
What
This
an
guy,
imagine this if they'd been smart.
these baseball announcers, the Red Sox guys are like this. They have this attitude down at spring training where really they don't care either.
Right.
And
Right.
so that's his
Not
attitude.
a real game.
Well, that is a fair ball right over the bag, and the ball girl, she knocked it down. She has no idea that she's interfered with the play, but she's making a young fan very happy with that ball. Now she realizes it.
She did cover her face with the mitt, which was great.
She did, but it's great. The ball girl, she's beautiful, but she has absolutely no idea that she's knocked it down there.
No clue.
But it's Florida. I miss it already. I saw that videotape.
As a baseball guy, how do they handle that in the park? Is it double?
I said I saw that videotape.
Yeah, you saw.
Hey, I'm Warner Wolf. Let's go to the videotape.
Do they handle it as a double because it's?
I saw that digitally captured image.
Yes.
Did you see the film of that?
I saw the film.
Roll the film back.
I saw the Super 8 of that.
Yeah, I saw a photograph on that. Mike, a black and white photo is just over the UPI wire.
So Florida, we're still on Florida. We had to get it out of our system.
Yeah.
We were talking before about the lifers down in Florida.
Yes.
And I told the guys as we were cruising down the boulevard in Fort Myers Beach, I said, you can really easily separate the tourists from the lifers that are down there.
Yeah.
And because the local lifers that are down there, they have a layer of film on them.
Oh, sure.
Where they look like they just crawled out of a dumpster.
Do you remember when you used to wear you had a great collection of beautiful boots, cowboy boots?
Yeah, still
some
have
of them
some
were
of them.
snake, some of them were leather.
Right.
But that's really what the lifers look
I'm
like.
a fashion plate, Rob.
You really are.
They call me Mr. Class.
This is right. Mike stocked up right after he saw Urban Cowboy.
Howdy, partner, how you doing?
But really, they look like
platter.
well-worn snakeskin people.
Yeah, Rob, I had a large, that made me sound so trashy. I had a large connection of cowboy boots and satin jackets. Yeah. Mike, where'd you put those 10-gallon hats? Were they next to your Kiana shirts?
It's when Mike used to make his life as a professional Dan Blocker impersonator.
Mike, let me see. Are your cowboy boots next to your satin jackets and running suits? Where are they?
Is it fair to say that all these people that you're describing now could be extras, or they would have been extras on the original filming of Mad Max?
Yeah. Or if they're skinny enough,
Road
they can
Warrior.
actually. If they're skinny enough, they can be on the show you like, The Walking Dead.
That's right.
They can do
Zombies.
that. But
they also look a little bit like the people on V after they peeled the skin off.
I'll give you a
snake
classic.
people.
Rob and I, Rob and Buzz and I actually had a one-on-one encounter with one of these lifers down there.
Yes.
Our waitress at Junkanoo.
Yes, remember her well.
I've been down here for 15 years.
15 years, never been to a
From
dentist.
Jersey. From Jersey.
Hey, hon, how are you?
Yeah.
Hey, waitress, how's the burger?
It's the best.
How's the clam chowder?
the best?
How's the meth?
The best.
Junkanoo.
The best.
Very tan, missing some teeth.
And you see them. It's hard to describe. It's hard to articulate exactly what I'm trying to say here. They have the leathered tan. That goes
Right.
without saying.
Brown leather.
But there's like a layer of dust over it.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Like
about?
they've been sandblasted.
That's the salt air.
No, because
That's the salt residue.
sandblasting would make them look clean. It's like they could never shine.
Yeah, and the clothing is always
It's
you'll
just
see,
dehydrated.
You'll see the beach people obviously will have their shorts and their vacation T-shirts on, whereas the beach people that are lifers down there will normally be wearing jeans,
Right.
And they'll
Because
be
it was
wearing-
freezing for
Yeah, it
them
was
down
cold.
there.
But they'll be wearing like a tattered button-down shirt that
What
they've
about-
worn again and again. It's a cool kind of look. It's a look that says I'm a hippie.
It's a beach look.
What
yeah.
about the male lifer who wears no shirt?
That you have that too.
Oh,
Right.
the old guys.
Well,
And
yeah.
a lot of times they have Jesus-like haircuts.
Right.
Yeah.
You've
I
got a
love
lot
that.
of mullets.
Yeah, you do a lot of that because it's low maintenance.
It was, but it's a rhythm down there. I don't mind the Florida lifestyle. I'm not sure I could ever handle the real beach lifestyle because I don't like what it does to you. There's a carefree element that
a little too carefree.
Yeah, I never want to be that carefree.
Right, I understand.
I
wanna
don't think you have it in your genetic makeup. I don't think
No.
you could.
Hygiene is nice, isn't it?
I know. For example, when Jimmy and I went to, you went there too, Oscar Yotako.
Yes.
Those are very young guys, but
they're well on their way.
They're lifers.
Yeah.
Were they shirtless?
They're not going back when
No.
the planes leave for the finer universities around the country. They're not in that
They're
airport.
staying.
Were they shirtless in the kitchen?
No, they were wearing one of the
'Cause
guys.
that's against code.
I
Right.
remember in the wee hours of the morning when Jimmy and I were there, one of the guys had a Spicoli poncho on.
No, I'm
right.
not.
It's
A
that.
Baja.
It's that.
A Baja. Yeah, that was called a Baja.
A Baja.
Yeah.
We called them a drug-
patchouli soaked Baja.
Yeah.
Yes.
In high school, we called them a drug rug.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's that kind of look. There's a bit of substance abuse that goes along with this
Abuse
lifestyle.
or celebration?
It's a celebration of the lifestyle.
I think it is.
Celebration of drugs.
I'm not going to say that everybody that is a full-time beach resident looks like this, but there is a rhythm to a certain group of these people.
There's a lot of them.
Unfortunately, and this is sad to say,
I can hear the sadness in your voice.
While they,
Mike, would you like a tissue?
While they live at the beach, yes. Let's just say they're not living all that fabulous.
Oh, no, not at all.
They're
on a shoestring.
They're existing.
Right.
Do you think
and that's not bad either. I mean, I'm fine with that too, especially with the pressures that I have back
What they
here.
lack in creature comforts, they probably celebrate the fact that they have access to the water. And
freedom.
And
Right,
people
freedom.
constantly, every week, a new flock of young women.
Freedom to get up in the morning.
Right.
It's true, isn't
You
it?
know, and
For the summer and the spring.
I think we
anyway.
sum that up.
Yeah.
And
No,
we'll give a shout out to Mr. Mike, our skeleton pirate of Fort Myers.
Which was great,
How
by
you
the
doing,
way.
dude?
Hey,
2 thumbs up.
Before
I like that guy.
before we say
He doesn't have that big a tan because he wears that mask all the time.
Before we say goodbye to this subject, would you like to look into your magic crystal ball and help Mike Quinn look 10 years into his future?
I am the skeleton pirate.
Yeah, you can take your picture with me for $8.
There you go, baby.
$8, please.
How you doing?
Very nice girlfriend.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you know what? He's
Very
a great
nice
guy
guy,
and a supporter from all the way back.
I partied with him into the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah,
We've got
nearly
hysterically funny.
nearly
funny
11
guy.
p.m.
We've
Right.
got a picture of him on our website, michaelmarashow.com, where it's you and him. I actually put it up as the profile picture.
It's the skeleton pirate outfit that he's
Yes.
wearing. He wore it to Hooters. We were so
Yes,
happy
he did.
that he did.
I have a sticker on my board.
That's good. And
We're
he-
all big fans of that lifer.
Amen. Now, speaking of the beach, this is going to button up
Good.
our week's festivities because coming back from the beach, the morning of Rob's birthday, I provided Rob with a real treat, something
Birthday miracle.
something he doesn't do anymore. But it was his birthday, so he got a special treat, a taste treat, the Krispy Kreme donuts,
yes.
and Oscar Santana. With both hands and mouth, dove into these donuts like nobody's business.
What we should paint the picture is that you were driving, I
Yes.
was in the passenger seat, and Oscar was reclined in the back seat.
You were the donut distributor.
And I gave back, we had a dozen up front for Mike and I, because I thought that would get us through the next few days.
Thought maybe that would get us through an exit.
And then I gave Oscar a box of 6, right?
Yeah, you actually don't know the real story behind my my poisoning. I actually poisoned myself with the number of donuts I ate.
All I know is you said you ate 6.
Yes.
Wow.
And you reacted really immediately. It was like
Tummy
your,
ache?
your body. Oscar has treated. I've been watching Oscar treat his body as a temple. There was a while
Keeping
back.
it tight, keeping it tight.
He actually really eats better than it. We'll get all the good stuff that comes in here, and Oscar doesn't touch it.
That's
He's
right.
really
That's true.
religious about it.
True.
So you can't do that. And then we probably ate a little bad the whole week. All of us did.
But he did pretty good.
He did.
He'd
really.
do Caesar
Always.
salads, chicken Caesars,
Saw
which are
that.
good.
And we're in the car. All of us were champion talkers. This is what we do. And when
Right.
people go quiet, there should be
Something's wrong.
There should be concern. The first thing I heard when I handed the donuts back is, "Oh, these are amazing!"
Right.
And then we heard nothing until we heard,
He
and
really
he was reclined.
I don't feel good.
I heard a series
Yeah.
of groans and moans.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I said to Rob, I said, we've poisoned him.
The boy. We've hurt the boy.
We have poisoned him with crispy because it really is.
It was
Look,
faster than cyanide.
I have maintained that as someone who has gained and lost several thousand pounds in my life, I have maintained that the donut, maybe with the pancake being a close second,
Right.
is the worst food stuff you can place
I
in
think
your
that's-
body.
That's true.
But the
absolutely
reason-
It's
unquestionable.
white flour, white sugar, cooked, boiled in fat.
Fried,
basically.
yeah,
exactly.
and then coated with more sugar. The reason
Exactly.
the donut is more insidious, Mike, I'll use one of Jerry's favorite words.
Right.
The donut is more insidious than the pancake because the donut is already prepared and doesn't require anything except opening the box.
No
A
work.
pancake needs to be made.
Yes.
But the donut is
And they're
handed
little
to
and
you.
they're thin, but
Yes,
the
and
donut, it can be, in some cases, we brought them into this studio, the donut can be colossal.
It can be.
Just plain
And
bad.
also, the Krispy Kreme donut is crack-like.
Yeah.
It is so addictive.
And
Calm
not
down.
filling.
You
No.
calm down a little bit.
I'm
You're
excited
we
thinking
all
about
know.
it.
You're getting a little
We-
too
we know
excited.
how
on
you
this.
feel.
What's
We
going on in your
understand.
jeans?
Yeah, I'm making a little Krispy Kreme myself.
Did you see his energy
Yeah.
just go surge through his
wow.
body?
That's right, it did.
What I wanted to say about the Krispy Kreme donut is because they make it like in the morning and it's right there and it's fresh. It doesn't have even any kind of chew to it. It's more like something that melts as soon as you eat it.
Exactly.
No.
And you knocked back 3 of these and then followed by 3 more.
Yeah.
And you were ill. You were really sick. You were really not feeling well.
Whatever is in those donuts, they're tasty, they're amazing. You can't deny that. blocked any mental or cognitive skills in my body.
Right.
To a point where I just collapsed on what, thank God no one was next to me, on the chair, and I said, I can't move for the next 2 hours.
But Rob and I could have gone on Jeopardy after that.
I felt like $1 million.
We'll take a break, come back with more. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Warby Parker. Stop paying iPhone prices for prescription eyeglasses. Get better-looking glasses for a fraction of retail. Go to warbyparker.com, where glasses start at $95. These are fashion-forward glasses and sunglasses. Every pair is complete with anti-glare, anti-reflection coatings, and polycarbonate lenses at no extra cost. Now, you can try up to 5 pairs with free shipping to find the right pair for you. All you do is go to warbyparker.com, select your 5 favorites, and get even faster free shipping with the code TMOS. Try them for 5 days. You keep your favorite, and you send the rest back again with free shipping. We've all ordered our glasses and sunglasses from Warby Parker. You should too. Details at warbyparker.com, and use the code TMOS to get fast free shipping, and we thank you in advance for that. We are very, very happy to be partnered up with Warby Parker, and they're already starting to steal their idea.
Seen it on TV.
I've seen them try to steal it, but we love Warby Parker. They're the originals, and they'll give you the best deal. Also on the program today, I just wanted to get this out. This is a simple thought, random thought about hockey. You know I'm a huge hockey fan. I like to go to the games, like to watch them on TV. I really think you need to ban. I'm going to sound like an old conservative fart here. You need to ban the fans that pound on the glass at the NHL games.
I think
I'm done with that.
They're like
I think
monkeys.
well, no, what it is, it's the ultimate act of cowardice, and
because you're protected.
Yeah.
We went to
It's
a
like
game.
the internet.
I think the closest I've been to a hockey game in 10 years is 3 rows off the ice, and we're behind these 2 boys of privilege, and there's nothing I hate more than boys of privilege.
Yes.
I truly do. The rich kids that Daddy had to take. It was obvious,
especially when they're showing off.
These guys aren't going to be able to afford these tickets,
right?
And I think at one point another fan said, "Hey, take it easy." He said, "Hey, I've been coming here longer than you have," and the kid's like 17.
Right.
And I really just wanted to. And what they did is every time a player would skate by, not if there's a check or anything goes up, but they do the thing where they pound the glass. And it just pisses me off. And I see it now because now it's become the norm.
There's no point to it.
I think you see it every game.
Not the exception to the rule. It's the norm. And I look down there, and I'm like, I think we were talking about it at one point, or maybe I was talking to Jimmy, where I'd love to see a button where you could press this automatic button, and suddenly, the glass lifts up, and there's now no barrier between
you and the hockey player.
and the man you were so bravely. I mean, it's really so childish.
I thought it was against the rules already. Is it even frowned upon?
I've never seen it.
Anyway.
I've never seen it, and now their whole big thing is bam, 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 like that. Now, first of all, you're showing children how not to behave.
Right, exactly.
Secondly, it's an act of cowardice, and the players could, if the barrier wasn't there, they could turn you into hamburger.
Of course,
with these players,
and
it's just it takes away from the game.
I'm the same way.
That's the third thing.
I'm the same way when I see an aquarium.
Fishy.
Yeah, I hate fish.
They say not to do that.
Well, it's like in a way.
Yeah, it's very similar.
No,
don't tap the glass.
Right.
Exactly.
Don't pound
but
on
isn't
the
it?
fishbowl.
Look, I didn't think.
I paid for. There's an attitude with fans.
Okay.
And this is the
Right.
fan that says,
Entitled.
"Hey, I paid for my ticket. I can do what I want. If I want to
Entitled.
pound that glass, I paid for this." The same way about heckling players.
But what if it was if it wasn't a young guy? It looked like a lifer, a hockey fan. He spent all his money. He just had a regular Joe job, and he was there and he was doing that.
It still pisses me off.
Yeah, it's unjustified behavior.
It's discourteous not only to the player but also to people around.
I haven't
you.
been to a game where that does not happen.
But it reinforces bad behavior to our kids. It's part of our society just unraveling.
If you're in a situation where maybe there's a fight right in front of you, and something's going on, and you pound on the glass in the pure emotion of the moment, they don't do that. These kids that were in front of me, they do it during pre-game warm-ups.
Pointless. It's
What about around the team when the team's actually? You know how you can sit right behind
like
the
a
team,
celebration
behind
of the
if
team?
you wanted to around
like
the
behind
bench.
the bench?
Yeah.
I don't know if they do it there. I don't know if they've got the guts to do it. I mean, you can go back on YouTube and look at old videos of hockey games, and you can see where, if something was done, whether it's a beer thrown on a player, they'll go up over the glass.
It's mainly doing it for no reason that you object to.
It is, there's no reason because what sports have become in this country is all about
an excuse
me.
to misbehave. Yeah.
But it's me.
Right, of course.
It's I want to be noticed, and I do that. Now, if you're cheering like my great friend Goat, who just gets the crowd going.
William Stillwell.
And he did it spontaneously.
It's real.
And then he became popular for it, and now they put him on the TV in the game.
Right.
And you see him, I sounded old there, too.
No, you're doing fine.
They put him on the TV.
On the big screen.
I saw him on the television.
But he's like the most famous fan there.
He
and
is.
all he does is let's go Caps. And he gets the crowd going. That's different.
He has a reason for it and a positive reason.
But he doesn't paint anything. He doesn't put a silly hat on. And so many athletic contests in this country have become
carnivals.
How much paint? Can I take my shirt off? Can I do this?
The Coliseum.
How many beers can I have and stack up the cups?
And I like to think that we are one of the cities that invented it because when we turned a bunch of doofuses into icons,
the Hogs,
we did it.
Yeah.
We created that here. This was one of the cities
Hogettes.
where we said the Hogettes, who were, they're men. We called the offensive linemen for the Washington Redskins, we called them the Hogs.
And this is 1984?
Yeah, right around then.
Yeah.
I think it was right in the early, mid-'80s.
But even back then, you didn't get this misbehavior. I blame our peers in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh.
You do?
Yeah, don't you think?
Well, I think you've got...
But we opened the door to it.
Yeah, true.
You've got all about me doofus fans in every city.
Sure.
But I can only speak to here in Washington, D.C., because we had these linemen, and they were big, pig-like guys, and they called them the Hogs.
Right.
And it was one of the color guys that coined the term Hogs, and then suddenly you had these guys show up wearing dresses, hardy har,
pig noses,
pig noses.
Wigs.
Oh, my God. And, you get a joke that goes over, and I'm sure... Dresses with pig nose, funny.
Hogettes, you see.
Hogettes, and they turned it into this huge thing. Now, they did a lot of work for charity.
They did.
Yes, they did.
We have to say that. We do have to say that, Rob. Because
So do you, Mike.
We've all been among them.
So
that's
do
what
I.
they said. Then Don and I
never put on a dress to do it.
Don and I were invited to go to sit in as honorary.
Was it a Monday night game?
I did too.
I don't remember.
Was it? Does it open up into a larger suite?
I remember though that they picked two of the wrong guys.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of the ground rules?
I do, that's all I remember.
Wait, the Redskins invited you?
No,
the Hogettes.
Okay, the Hogettes.
We'd like to. We really would be honored if you guys could come out and be honorary Hogettes. And so they brought us out to their special parking space out there outside of the stadium.
For tailgating.
And we're kind of jacked up because we heard they had really good seats. So it's like, it's a free game. You get to be up close and personal.
It's still a big deal to go to a Redskins game. That's still a hard ticket to get in this town.
Yeah, and there was a Hoggett that used to come on our show who was very nice. He's
Pork
no
chop.
longer. I don't know who. No, I think it was Grandpa Hoggett.
I think it was Pork Chop because he's just stepped down too.
I don't know, Rob, for Christ's sake. I don't know who it was. It was some guy with a pig nose.
Gonna need a program.
So it was. So we show up and we go to their special parking lot. And look, may God strike me down for being cynical about this, but that's the way we really felt. And we're pulling the curtain back, and we see what dresses we're going to wear, and we're laughing because it's funny.
Usually,
and the first thing I'm thinking, as I often think when I go to any social event, is where's the cooler?
Right, exactly.
Right. You're dressing up as. And
really need some courage.
I don't see any cooler. There's not even tailgating going.
Before you got there, were you anticipating legendary tailgating?
I was anticipating a bunch of guys that are going to party like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, I would think.
And just go in and have a great time of the game. And I see they're standing around, and there's this van with all their stuff in it, and it's like they're part of the team, like they're part of the cheerleading squad.
Serious?
Oh, they are dead serious.
Oh no!
So I first start to get the vibe about this. And then we said, hey, how you doing? Hey, nice to see you. All right, now, your dresses are over here. Yes. And that's the kind of tone we're getting. I'm like, whoa, what is this going on? So the guy takes us aside, and we get the big laugh with our dresses on.
Sure.
Now, let's go over the rules for being a Hoggett. And I'm like, as soon as those words came out of his mouth, the rules for being a Hoggett.
Yeah.
How about the rules that you're not allowed to wear stupid outfits in the game? How about you're not allowed to get in with
I
that
thought we were going to have a good time.
How about we're going to watch the quality athletes that are on the field and not make it all about you?
What were the rules?
So the rules were, and I'll give you the buzzer for all the rules that I approved of.
Okay.
All right. The first rule is we are in a standing only row.
You disapproved.
I totally disapprove.
Yeah, no sitting.
I'm not going to stand for the whole effing game. That's why there's seats.
Yeah,
That's why you buy seats.
Yeah.
The next rule, there is no cussing during the game at all. I'm like, oh, God, because we got to set an example. Yeah, you're setting an example by being an overweight guy with a dress on and a pig nose.
Right, exactly.
How fabulous.
You want to be the best transvestite pig out there.
And the last one was, and there's no alcohol when you're in a hogette. I'm like, I'm done.
Double
I'm
ding.
out.
Double buzz.
I am. I'm like, well, thanks, guys. We'll see you in a little bit. There we go.
Oh, you just rolled out?
No, we. I think at some point we figured out a reason to
get
no
away.
booing.
Yeah, there was no negative cheering.
No
right?
negative cheering at all. No booing. And we figured out a way to extricate ourselves. I think we had other tickets that we could use, and so we vacated it and we never went back. And it was just like, and that's when I became completely turned off on the professional fan.
Yeah,
I think come on, rules.
You can't take it. That
Rules.
serious.
Just go and have fun and
Yeah,
enjoy
be a
it.
person. Be
But
a normal
don't
human
pound.
being.
But don't pound on the glass.
Yeah,
that was my
come
point
on.
as well.
Yeah.
I didn't want any pounding on the glass. And
When you went to the other seat, did you still have the dress on?
I don't know how we got rid of the dresses.
I
think we put them in a bag and arrange. We might have
Thrown them out?
No. I love my partner.
Oh, my God.
We might have had a solution.
Wow.
I can only imagine this.
I don't know. No,
you left them somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say
FedEx
that.
them.
Right.
Overnight
I don't think we
them.
threw them away.
I don't
They
think
were
so.
old thrift shop dresses.
I know.
Wasn't that big a deal.
35 years later, and people are still laughing at that joke.
So
They just retired this year.
Yeah. Oh, how sad.
Done.
Anyway, we'll see. It's just I don't like it to be all about the fan
Right.
people, the fans that can't. That it's not just good enough. That the guy that goes to the hockey, the golf match and says, "You the man."
Yeah.
Right.
Makes it all about himself. Get in the hole.
You know,
Those guys ought to be struck dead.
Another legendary dick that we've had on the show. Do you remember the guy? I think he's a Denver Broncos guy that wears the barrel.
Oh yeah,
he's a dick.
Total thinks
It is a quest for celebrity. Is really
and
what
you
it
take
is.
all the
And
work.
the lamest.
Yeah,
but
of
you
course.
take all the work that's let's ignore the work that's done by the players. I mean, where they actually condition themselves to be fabulous,
Right.
elite level athletes that they have the natural God given ability, and then
Right.
they work themselves
Forget
into a
that.
major league level. Let's take that out of the equation. Let's just talk about the marketing, the hundreds of millions of dollars of marketing that have been done by the professional sports team. And then you put like a bone through your nose, and you get up there and you're like, "Hey, I'm Zippy the Pinhead, and I get to come to the game." Now, if you're a professional mascot, like
Or a
one of
real
those
pinhead.
one of those stinky birds,
Yes.
one of those stinky birds that comes into the stadium, that's you're getting paid to do that.
What about Mike? One of your favorites.
I hate mascots.
You know what you love?
I mean, I hate people that I don't mind the mascots. I hate the people that I'm super big.
You love the racing presidents.
Oh well, but they're paid,
I
right?
know they
Or are they paid?
I think
they
they're
do
not-
it for free.
I think so.
No, they are paid because they just had a tryout for them. They get paid per game.
They get paid.
Yes.
They don't get paid.
But it's
don't say
official.
don't say they get paid pretty well.
They get paid per game.
Oh, per game.
yeah.
It's official.
Not
They're
pretty
part
well.
of the team. It's part of the
Let
organization.
me just say, when they pay them per game, it's change.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's what they get.
Didn't
So
you say that all the ushers and stuff at the at JetBlue Park are volunteers down there?
I
would think so for
not
spring
the
training.
ushers. I think that you can actually see the buttons they have.
Right.
That maybe some of the vending people are volunteers.
So this is the park where the Red Sox preseason.
I'm
is.
pretty sure some of those people are volunteers.
I think
don't hold me to that. I'd have to double
I
check.
think the vendors get paid and perhaps some kind of commission, but I'll never forget the popcorn man who was not having any luck with sales.
Right.
I heard him say loud enough for everyone to hear, it's like selling nuclear waste.
Oh my God!
No one was buying.
Nobody was buying the popcorn?
Nobody was buying.
So it's fan mania. It's Pope mania, guys.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to talk about this for 2 days, but the ultimate Pope mania is our local affiliate here in Washington, D.C., WUSA, Channel 9. Got a lot of friends over there. Fine operation.
Great place.
But they're hyping the Pope thing, and they're the only ones I saw do this. I'm sure they're all doing it.
You're Catholic
But
station.
it was sign up or log in for your Pope texts.
Oh, real time.
So that the people, when they make the announcement, I guess when the white smoke comes out of the stack,
You get your alert.
You get your alert. I have never seen anything. I remember, I'm old enough to remember before Benedict, when Pope John Paul I was picked, and then he bought the farm,
Right.
and then they had to pick another John Paul II.
Right.
And there's hype. when a pope comes to the United States, there's a little bit of hype.
Yes.
But this hype is just...
It's all we have.
Insane.
It's all we have. Don't you get the feeling that we're doing this? The media's doing
it's
this.
So lazy.
America's embracing it because we got nothing else to.
There's nothing going on.
Well, how about North Korea? Hello.
Yes.
Right.
But
Oscar
Oscar Santana with the point of the day.
He's right, but it doesn't involve costumes, which is why we're not watching.
We're idiots.
Yeah, beautiful outfits over there.
An article today on one of my multiple news sources that I read, a detailed article on the North Korean government and how usually when there's sanctions that are imposed, which we just we ratcheted up the sanctions
we have.
on North Korea after their most recent nuclear test, and normally what happens is shortly after that they're going to do something stupid, like they're going, and they do it to their South Korean brothers.
Yes. Right.
And they're talking about how close this is right now, and the fact that we're doing military exercises over there in conjunction with South Korea. And once we get our boats out of the water and we beat feet and go back, now we've got a military presence over there, but that's when they strike. And there is a very legitimate speculation going on in news circles that North Korea is going to do something far exceeding previous attacks. We've got a real nasty, international situation.
Because the saber rattling has gotten to a whole new level.
Oh, yeah.
It certainly has.
I mean, Kim Jong-un was out pumping up the troops yesterday, telling them to hate America and be prepared to destroy us.
It's really gotten crazy. But no, we're not going to talk about that. Sign up for your free Pope alerts. First of all, and you're right, it's the pretty costumes.
Pageantry. We love pageantry.
You've had these statistics on your news for months, right? Less Americans are practicing any kind of religion.
True.
Correct?
Right. That's true.
There are
fewer churchgoers.
There are fewer Catholics, practicing Catholics.
All faiths.
There are a lot of fallen Catholics like myself. I am, somebody who was raised in the Catholic Church. If anything, you would think I'd be into it. I don't get this hype.
No, I don't understand. America loves the pageantry. They love the costumes. You know what else they love? The smoke.
That's
we can see the chimney.
No, where you're wrong is America loves. Now, I disagree completely.
Do you think we're being forced to love it?
We are completely being
We're
manipulated.
being spoon-fed.
Yeah, something.
But don't you think that
you got to have an appetite to eat it, though?
But don't you think there is a percentage, and a sizey percentage of the consumers of media, they begin to love what they're told to love?
Yes,
so
of course.
Then it's the same, just circulating.
It's like snake chasing its tail. The media is doing that because they know the people want it. The people are eating it because that's what they're being served, and it just gets worse.
And in this case, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just, this is the best analogy I can give you guys. When you hear a record for the 50th time, whether you liked it or not, you start to believe it.
It becomes part of your consciousness. Then you
true.
won't go to see the concert, and if they don't play it at the concert, you're going to hate the band again.
Yeah.
But the thing that Buzz has said, there has to be an appetite for it. In this case, I think we might be seeing an example of not necessarily, I don't care. And I feel like they're forcing people to care because of this ridiculous amount of coverage.
To an extent, but it is also, if you can look at it as a reality show. It's a reality show. It's a competition. It's something people can watch. It's the latest competition for people to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, who's going to win? Who's going to win Pope?
Yep,
who's going to be who's going to be voted out of the Vatican?
I think the winner will be Sanjaya.
The only part of me that has a level of interest on this is when the new dude is picked.
Yeah, by Thursday.
I want it to be somebody likable. I thought the last dude was so totally unlikable.
Agreed.
So that's the only level.
But they want a John Paul II.
Right.
He can't be too likable. If they go to someone like, who's the professional TV bishop in New York that always is on television?
Dolan.
Yeah, he's a little too slick.
He is way too slick.
And that makes
scary
it makes me nervous.
He's the kind of slick you would see in like a horror movie slick where he's like, "Hey, how are you? It's great to see you." Then he goes into his door and the house is all like cobwebby and dark, and he's like, Let me go down to the basement.
we need something in the middle. We don't want a used car salesman.
This is so Dolan gets in, and I'm going to use your audio of all things. Say, all right, great, thanks a lot, great being on Sirius Radio. Thanks a lot. Okay, I got the Today Show coming up. That's going to be great, and I loved Benedict, but I'm going to love the next guy too. Thanks a lot, Matt. Okay, let me go home now. Goes downstairs.
I'm out.
There's a cage in the corner of his basement. He goes, "Shut up, or you won't get your cream corn." That's what that guy does. That's the vibe I get from that guy, Dolan.
He's very popular with the other Cardinals because he's done such a good job of, I won't say smoothing over, I'll say dealing with the scandals in his diocese.
Crisis control.
And the other, exactly. And the other Cardinals admire that and say, hey, we could use a slick guy like that.
If he's the Pope, I'll be blown.
It can happen.
He's in the running. You never know. Yeah. I mean, it's scary.
Do you have anyone picked?
Yeah, I like Martin Short.
I think he'd be very good. I'm hoping again for Billy Crystal.
We'll take a break. Come back with Rob's Magic Audio Vault right after this, everybody.
I mean, really, when you really sit and think
And we're back. Thank you very much for listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. We're delighted to have you along with us. Our show is brought to you by ScoreBig.com. There's nothing like seeing NBA, NHL, or college games live, or maybe you want to take the family to see something like Sesame Street live.
I do.
Ice Capades?
Absolutely.
They still have the Ice Capades?
They do, and it's expensive to take kids.
The snorkels.
So your first stop should be ScoreBig.com.
The Wiggles is what
You'll save up to 60% on the best tickets across the country. That's right, 60%. Every ticket on ScoreBig is below box office price, guaranteed, and never any fees at ScoreBig.com, baby. Yeah, there we go. I have to talk about. You play a song like that, I can't concentrate on this.
I always bought all my Barry White tickets through ScoreBig.
Go to ScoreBig.com. Enter the code TMOS, and you get $30 off your first order. That's on top of your up to 60% savings. Stop wasting your money. Go to ScoreBig.com and use the code TMOS. Barry White, everybody. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Let's open up that door for real now. Here's the audio vault with Rob Speed.
I just want to call a little attention to the fact that Oscar said, use ScoreBig to buy tickets to see the Snuggles.
The Snuggles.
Snuggles.
I meant to say the Snorks. Or the Snorkels.
I
Snorks.
thought what you meant was the Wiggles.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
I saw the
I know
Wiggles.
who the Wiggles are.
Who are the Snorks?
I think they're called the Snorkels or Snorks. They were a cartoon when I was a child. I actually saw them at the Capitol Center when that was around.
Did you sneak in?
No, my mom took me to see them. It was one of my favorite memories.
I worked at a radio station.
They're on ice, as they say.
Oscar was 17.
I worked with a husband and wife team at one of the old radio stations. They were also called the Snorkels back in the late 1970s.
The Snorks was Hanna-Barbera. It ran from 1984 to 1989.
Yeah,
I've never heard of them until just now.
That's why I'm glad he's got that computer.
That's awesome.
It's good stuff.
You know what's hot on the internet right now?
What?
Someone has theorized that women cannot do an impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, you do not only a great one, you do 3 great Arnolds.
That's right.
You do an accurate Arnold, you do Governor Arnold,
Hello.
and stupid Arnold.
Yeah, it's so exciting. You're going to make the movies and get back into the films and all this stuff and good things.
So what there is, we have this on our YouTube page. You can go to Mike O'Mara Show on
These
YouTube.
are women trying to do an impression
women
of
doing
Arnold?
Okay,
This is great.
So first of all, here is Arnold saying, and I believe this is from Kindergarten Cop.
I'm Detective John Kimball.
And here are women.
I'm Detective John Kimball. I'm Detective John Kimball.
Can't do it.
I'm Detective John Kimball. I'm Detective John Kimball.
Wow.
They can't do it.
This
They can't do it. Here's a great one. I don't know. I think he's used this in more than one. I think this
Okay.
might be from Predator.
Get to the chopper!
Oh, yeah.
Get to the chopper.
Is that Predator?
Yeah.
All
Get
right.
to the chopper!
Here's the one. When women get to the chopper, it's usually to prepare vegetables. But
Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper! Okay, that was really bad.
This is great.
They're trying.
and what's great?
Why is this so great?
When you see the video, most of the girls are hot.
Oh, good.
I like it. All
Get
right.
to the chopper.
And of course, he said this in dozens of films.
I'll be back.
No,
Right.
really,
Of course.
Terminator.
But
That's
it's
the
Terminator.
definitive.
But he's used it in all the Terminator movies, hasn't he?
When he's been in there, yes.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay, so here's the women. The women.
I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Closer.
Not so good.
Are we going to have this on our website?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
this is
excellent.
This
It's on
is
our YouTube
absolutely on our
page.
YouTube page. Check
Excellent.
it out; it's good. And then, of course, one of my all-time favorites. We go back to Kindergarten Cop.
It's not a tumor.
One of my all-time
It's not a
favorites.
tumor. It's not a tumor.
That second one
Kind
is
of
really
essence
great.
of Arnold.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor.
So
I love that.
Check that out, and I think it's funny. Women can't. This is the kind of thing that if we still did phones, I'd love to have women call in and do.
It
this.
makes me actually think of a new bit we could do.
Which is?
Oscar Santana's Impressionist Corner.
Oh, can we all bring in requests?
We can do that.
I love that.
That's not cool.
There you go. We have a new bit born on the show.
All of
Let me-
mine will be
you know,
from
we
black
don't-
and white
not
movies.
cool.
You know, let me think about that. I'm gonna hone and refine that one.
Dude, I
a little
like
bit.
that.
Yeah.
Might be good for stage.
Can't wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike, I know you love big sugary drinks.
Yes, I do.
And Bloomberg
No, I really
doesn't.
don't.
Bloomberg does not.
Mayor Bloomberg has banned the giant super big.
32.
And you have this in the news?
We do, in
Okay,
fact.
well then let me
I'll
move
have an
over it.
update
I'll have
for you.
I'll have the clip later. But
And I
here's-
hate you don't throw me under that bus. I don't like big sugar.
Mike, I tried to.
I'm a diet guy.
I know what I like to
Believe
do.
it or not, as big as I am, I'm a diet person.
I try to engage you in the audio vault, usually by telling lies.
You like Mexican Coca-Cola because
That's
it's got real sugar.
I drink about but that's
Rob
only,
likes that.
Yeah, I only drink about 2 a week. Mostly, Mike, I've told you this. All I drink is water and whiskey. So that's it. Conan had a great get last night.
Yeah.
I love in any situation Snoop Dogg. who I think now is calling himself Snoop Lion.
Snoop Lion, that's right.
But in the past, he has merchandised himself quite brilliantly as Snoop Dogg. And even though he didn't have anything to promote last night, he was just talking about stuff he's had to promote in the past. Here are some products that Snoop has attached his name to.
You've had many commercial endeavors. We've talked about them in the past. Help me out here. Your car that you sold is called a
Snoop DeVille.
Snoop DeVille. Your barbecue is a
Snoop the Grill.
Your online stores are called
Snoopermarkets.
And the Frankfurters you sell are
Snoop Dogs.
Yeah, okay.
I love it. So great. Now you know who's hot is NBC. She's under the NBC umbrella. You will sometimes see her on the Today Show. Tamron Hall.
Oh yeah.
Don't know her.
She's she's African American. She sits in for news sometimes. Tamron, I think.
Oh, she sits in on the news.
Yeah.
Great body.
Yeah, and she's awesome. And she also does a show on MSNBC called News Nation. That's her regular gig. But she's a little more connected than I thought. She commissioned a new theme for News Nation. Who do you think she got? Someone I wouldn't think is likely to score a theme to a news program. Any guesses?
No, I would know.
Prince.
What did she do?
She got a theme for her show on MSNBC and commissioned Prince to write it. It's pretty groovy. Check this out.
I know why that happened.
This is the new At News Nation theme song composed for my team by none other than music icon Prince.
Cool.
It's a good song.
Jazzy.
All I had to do
That's
to
right.
get Prince to write this for me.
That's right. Yeah, she made the purple one a little more purple. Is what she
God.
did. But anyway, that's cool. I like that.
Wait, I want to see a picture. See what we got.
Mike.
Yeah, there she is.
She's hot.
There, man, I'd like to rent a room in Tamron Hall. That's for sure. Man, oh man, I want to go in the front door.
Yeah, or
that's pretty good.
Oh, hey, I don't know. Larry
had to say it.
Larry Hagman is dead. There's no disputing
Sadly,
this.
yeah.
Is that almost like the beginning of A Christmas Carol?
First,
It must be said that Larry Hagman is dead.
Tamron Hall. I'm still on Tamron Hall.
Yeah. Well, Larry Hagman's hot too.
You wish.
And
hey, Jeannie.
He, of course, they had to write him out of the new version of Dallas.
I'm dead.
And so what they've done is they had been
Wearing a cowboy hat and I'm dead.
They've been kind of electronically inserting him into the show. I think they used an impressionist. He did a lot of phone call stuff. But they did that, remember?
I guess they had to use some lube for that.
When the mom on The Sopranos died,
Right.
they did the same thing.
Right.
Well, they finally killed him off last night. And how did he die? He was, of course, shot.
Shot.
Who shot JR again.
Right.
But I thought it was nice that the theme to Dallas last night was slowed down like a dirge. This is the theme from Dallas. I think it's on TNT. And this is how the theme song went last night.
Hey, Jeannie. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Bobby. Bobby, what's that in your hand? Oh, Bobby. Oh,
No more.
Hey, cowboy hat.
No more naked days.
So what I was thinking is that if they
Hey,
had,
Robbie.
what if they did a funeral version of the theme to I Dream of Jeannie? So I slowed it down.
Okay.
And it sounds like background music from The Odd Couple.
Very sad.
Hey, Jeannie, I'm home. How you doing, Jeannie? Come out of that bottle.
Oh, Jeannie shot him?
So sad.
That is sad.
Oh, Jeannie.
And you know who came to
Dr.
JR's?
Bellows. Dr. Bellows, how you doing? Who shot me? Jeannie?
And last night at JR's funeral on
Yeah.
Dallas, Mark Cuban, Jerry Jones, and the mayor of Dallas, Mike Rawlings, were all special guest stars.
So they had they did cameos?
They were in it, yeah.
Hey, Mayor Rawlings. See that, Mark? Jerry. Hey, Bobby.
How are you holding up, Bobby?
I'm okay.
Well, it's a huge loss. It really is. JR was a one-of-a-kind guy.
Jerry Jones is why you want to
When
hear.
I first came to Dallas, he told me, you can do anything you want to in my city, as long as you win those football games.
There you go. I thought you'd like
And
that.
of course, how many layers? Seriously, how many layers of management do you think they had to go through the Dallas Cowboys?
Oh, I know.
I ain't gonna say that line. I'll come on your show.
Oh, the yellow
but
tape?
I won't come on your show unless I can say the Cowboys.
And of course, JR had to be shot because a man that age never dies of natural
Natural
causes.
causes, right. What happened, Mike? He tripped over his eyebrows.
Oh, dear.
Bring this up just briefly. Want to play this for you. One of your all-time favorite songs, Mike.
Smoke on the Water, Deep Purple, The Edge 105.9, The Kirk and Mike Show. Remember that? Well, let me do an impression of the Kirk and Mike Show. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Kirk and Mike Show.
It fell down.
Yeah,
There you go. Thank you.
It died of natural causes.
That's right.
Didn't have to be shot.
Yeah, Mike's going back to his living room and Kirk's going to the fan. All right, whatever.
Right on.
I think in Tampa, that's his station.
Deep Purple,
I think it's his station.
Deep Purple formed 1968.
Jesus.
And they're coming out with 2 new records.
I loved them.
Do you want to hear one of their new songs?
That's the same year that 2001 A Space Odyssey came out.
That's right. And they've...
How about that?
Nice.
I watched that last night. That's why I'm saying that. Amazing.
God, no wonder you're tired today. That movie sucks.
No, it does not.
It is so slow.
It is not. It does not
so
suck.
slow. But anyway, here's the new cut from Deep Purple. It's called Hell to Pay.
Lacks the fire.
The good news is they all got excellent parking at the recording studio.
When certain rockers get to a certain age, they instantaneously turn into Tom Petty.
You're right. It's the same. It's the road of least resistance.
From Tom Petty's new album, What the Hell is he singing?
And really, if you modify that, you'll get a guy at the beach going, I want my space. I want my... It's Grandpa effing Simpson. I want my parking space.
That is your audio vault, Mike. Just want to keep you informed as to what's going on with Deep Purple.
Thank you. I'm going to get some pictures of Tamron Hall. We're going to take a break and come back with Buzz and News right after this. Hi, Tamron. Welcome back, don't you know, to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody.
Don't you love this song?
She blinded me with science. Good heavens, Miss Tamron Hall. You're beautiful.
All my tubes and wires?
Did you bang Prince to get him to do your theme? It certainly would be plausible. I would love to see you slip out of one of those fabulous NBC sweater dresses you wear all the time.
Do you think a dirtier version of Downton Abbey could just be called Tamron Hall?
Tamron Hall.
Yes. I'm all in.
I noticed you rearranged the silverware over in the left parlor. Is there a chance we could go for a little shag? Thank you. All right, without further ado, let's get right to it. Buzz Burbank of the News. Take it away, Buzz.
Thank you, Mike. We're brought to you today by the Mike O'Mara Show's Amazon page for home and workplace. The banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com takes you directly to your account, and now you can link your Amazon page to your CitiCard Rewards account to save even more. Save money and support the show. Shop through MikeO'MaraShow.com. It seems so superficial to make a big deal out of this or to report that Taco Bell was out with a new Doritos flavored shell. Little did we know at the time it would be the taco that saved America. Who knew it would sell more than 1 million tacos a day, prompting the company to add 15,000 people to its payroll? Who knew it would push the Bell past McDonald's in growth? As much as it disappoints nutritionists, economists say it's a sign that American companies can still prosper through innovation. The social networking marketing hasn't hurt either.
No, it is, Mike. It's powdered cheese.
It's not innovation.
Powdered cheese that's saving America.
It's wrapping an existing product in a fast food bag of chips.
But that is innovating.
And sales went through the roof. They did something different. It may not be as different as you would have liked, but it was something different.
And they created jobs.
And
Mr. Negative.
Jobs
Mr. Negative,
off.
you should take a
whoa,
run
everybody
for the
talking
border.
at once. God, what? Rob, take a Valium. Take a lithium, for Christ's sake.
Lithium?
What were you saying? What?
It's not important.
Jesus Christ.
And the way things are going, you'll still be able to get a 32-ounce beverage at Taco Bell and everywhere else, even in New York. A judge in New York has blocked Mayor Bloomberg's new anti-Big Gulp law, which was supposed to have taken effect today. The judge says the law is too arbitrary, affecting some sugary drinks but not others, and some businesses but not others. New Yorkers are divided on the issue. 46% favor the ban on sugary drinks over 16 ounces. 51% oppose it. In spite of that and the court's ruling, Mayor Bloomberg says he'll appeal the decision and keep pushing for the law, which he says can help fight the obesity that kills 5,000 New Yorkers a year.
This is the kind of thing that Langer goes out of his mind
right.
about.
I think it makes the nanny state thing sound credible.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear what the mayor had to say?
Play a clip of Mr.
Because this is the guy, and he runs New York, and it's very nice, but it's sad.
The Board of Health's limit on the serving size of sugary drinks does not limit anyone's consumption. It just requires them to think about whether they really want more than 16 ounces. Remember, for many years, the standard soda size was 6 ounces, not 16.
All right,
believe it's...
Who thinks this is Bloomberg running around New York in his limo going, Who needs a beverage that large?
Right.
That's right.
Yeah. Who really needs a beverage that
See,
large?
and I think it hurts serious attempts to fight obesity. And I know he's serious about this, but it really, people are not buying into it.
I really don't want to get too elitist here, but I really think that this is a guy that says, oh, you don't need that. This is a guy that maybe has never worked on a construction site.
Oh, sure.
This is a guy that...
You don't think?
I mean, really, you're sitting there, you see the guys that get these, a lot of the guys that get these are the guys that are out in 98-degree weather that are, going back to the job site, and they want to have, they don't have the old thermos that used to be popular. I really believe that.
They can't carry 5 cups.
Right, exactly. So they bring the big thing of fluid because they want to, wet their whistle during the day. And I really think that's where these giant, that's who I see by them.
Right.
It's the construction guys.
When my father, Herschel Bloomberg, came to the city, the average soda size
Moving on.
was 6 ounces. And if it's good for Dad,
God.
The majority of voters in a town in Maine also don't want to be told what to do, which is why most of them say they voted against a proposed law requiring them to own and keep at least one gun.
Wow.
Granted, only 140 people live in Byron, Maine, but it's a snapshot of the ongoing debate in this country. The law telling people they had to own a gun, ironically, was proposed by people who don't want the government telling them what to do.
what kind of gun are you going to have at Hancock Point?
Well, I think I'll get a muzzle loader. Big ass muzzle loader with one of those old-fashioned Pilgrim wide mouths.
I like those.
blunderbuss.
That's right. I'll be able to blow your ass right out of my doorway, or I'll get a turkey for Thanksgiving.
A what?
A turkey. By golly, that's the biggest muzzle loader I've ever seen. Muzzle loader.
And here's today's gun violence roundup. A man in Chicago was changing his baby's diaper in a minivan when both the man and the baby were wounded by passing gunfire. The baby's in critical condition. The man is bordering on critical. 7 people were hurt in a couple of shootings in Kansas City, Missouri. One at a nightclub, the other at a gas station. A man with an assault rifle was shot to death by police in Middlefield, Ohio after a routine traffic stop. Another gunman was spotted on campus at Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana, but disappeared. No shooting, but the guy got away. A Seattle man suspected of shooting to death his grandparents is still on the loose, and police say he's been shopping the gun shows for weapons to go after citizens and law enforcement personnel. In Washington, meanwhile, some of the gun control measures proposed by the president are moving forward in Congress, especially the one favored by a vast majority of Americans, better background checks for all gun sales.
Got your tickets, Mike?
For
the gun show?
Yeah, baby.
North Korea yesterday made official its threat to nuke the U.S. and to abandon the treaty that ended the Korean War of 60 years ago. The U.S. has responded by saying it will not accept a nuclear North Korea, but has tightened the economic screws considerably on that belligerent country.
And as we mentioned
Keeping it
before,
tight.
for the American news media,
Right.
as Oscar said, how about a few more stories about this? Something that could affect the lives of South Korean people, and a little less Pope crap.
They'll just switch
Thank
over
you
to
very
Channel
much.
9 to watch the Pope coverage.
What about a Korean Pope?
Oh, hey, how about that?
If you make Kim Jong-un the Pope, maybe it'll get him off our ass.
That would be wonderful.
If it was a reality show, there'd be hope. And all of this, say some experts, is why we're currently so fascinated with zombies. Researchers at Clemson say throughout history, our preoccupation with the macabre has been directly linked to our social and economic dissatisfaction. That's why they say flash mobs of people dressed as zombies keep turning up in cities across the country, and why The Walking Dead is one of the top shows on TV.
Speaking to this, do you know when the monster movies of Frankenstein, the original ones, were the most popular? Is in the Depression.
Really?
Yeah. And it really is. It speaks to that.
I mean, if your life is so bad that you want to go in and see somebody, eating another person's arm off, that's it makes sense. It makes a little bit of sense. I bore with these. I get very
I hate
bored.
it. Unless it's Tamron Hall as a zombie.
The Walking Dead is an amazing show.
But I get burned on it.
I don't.
It doesn't scare me.
It's not just about that. It's about the people. But anyway, I love it.
It'd be more exciting if it was The Running Dead. Now you got action.
Sometimes they run. Finally, thank you, Florida, for 20-year-old Spitfire Cassie Clayton. The attractive blonde native of Key West doesn't like it when spring breakers litter her favorite beach. She got into an argument with one of them the other day, and it escalated to a point at which Cassie bit the other young woman in the face. Face. I'm Buzz Burbank on the Mike O'Mara Show.
That's it. We got to get out of here. Our show today was brought to you by Vistaprint. Tomorrow on the program, I will be telling you all about a wonderful piece of internet video that I was going to share with you today, but I will share it with you tomorrow. You want to talk about an accomplishment. And also I have a recommendation on a great new television show. That's coming up with more fun and more thrills. This is the Mike O'Mara Show, and Vistaprint, our partner. Remember, they've got heavy paper stock, half the regular price. To get this offer, plus free shipping, go to Vistaprint.com, enter our code TMOS in the search bar, and your satisfaction is guaranteed.
Boo.
250 top-quality cards with free shipping for just $10. Go to Vistaprint.com and enter the code TMOS in the search bar.
And we are also still accepting your I'm Jack Cassidy videos to be my intern.
Yes, you get to spend the whole day with Rob, and what could possibly go wrong?
Sounds great.
That's no breakfast, but lunch and dinner.
That's
correct?
right.
That's right. Well, maybe if they bring breakfast, you can eat it.
Okay.
Cream.
Bring your own breakfast. Get your Jack Cassidy t-shirts. Go to MikeO'MaraShow.com to check that out. So long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you.